I want to be the first one to say, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Really? Come on, it was great.
No, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it through and through.
I knew you weren't. This was a tough one. This is not
Scary.
a Scream.
Bro, scary as shit.
Yeah, this is no Scream. This is no like Michael Myers. This is a really terrifying idea, like thought to think about. And we were just talking about this before the podcast too.
Yeah.
Like how do minds work? Like how can people think of how can anybody think of that?
It's so scary because it takes the one thing you always look for, somebody's face, like a human face. You always turn to eyes, look at people, see their expression, see how they are. And so like every person you watch, you're like, are they going to be smiling? Like you don't know. So like they like hijack you to like, you're in fear the entire movie because you're not sure who's going to have a smile on their face and be, possessed by the curse. Or you also don't know what's real. Like what, like you don't know, you never know what's going on.
I know.
So you're like so scared.
Yeah. Just it's such a shitty situation to be put in. Like the fact that you have no idea what's real whatsoever. You could play out an entire day pretty much in your head. And then, you think you've gotten through the day and then all of a sudden like you snap back and you hallucinated the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just the thought of that alone terrifies me. Like if that were to happen one day, like if you were to go through like an entire night, an entire experience, and then something happens and you feel, and then like you just snap back to like where you first left off.
Yeah.
That right there is horrifying, and then you add in a little bit of smiling, a little bit of killing, a lot of killing,
a lot of killing, love killing.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the whole premise of it truly is just haunting. I mean, this movie, I saw this movie in theater. This is Kade's first time seeing this movie. I saw this movie in theaters 2 years ago, and I wish I hadn't. It was tough.
Theaters, bro,
kind of fucked me up. I think at that time, like the house or apartment I went back to, I don't think anybody was like there when I got back. So I had to go say, I'm a grown man. I don't get phased.
Unless I watch Smile.
Or at least I thought that was the case. And then I go back home and it's just empty. I mean, I had my dog with me, but I didn't even trust her.
But she's looking over you just smiling.
Which is true. Like she would, I think at that point in her life, like she was waking me up in the middle of the night, because she like couldn't hold in, to like just hold it in for the night. And so what she does is like she like gets on top of me and just so I don't really remember what I might have done that night.
Like, Foxy, get the fuck off me.
Yeah. Probably just like, no, bitch. Yeah. Scary movie.
Imagine if Foxy was like, how dogs sometimes will bark at random shit, like they're barking at nothing in the corner. Imagine that night she started barking at something.
Dude.
You might actually gotten cursed from that. You might even traumatize yourself and then getting a curse after that.
No, Foxy's the one that's going to be traumatized if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck that little world up. But yeah, no, just, great movie. I mean, just
it is good. It's a great movie. I probably will never watch it again. Maybe that might not be true, but
so when I saw it in theaters,
I'd watch it to scare somebody. Like, you're going to watch a fucking scary movie?
Yeah.
Put this on. I'm never doing it by myself.
You need to, dude.
Who does that? People do that, by the way. People do that.
I was just about to say, I could never watch a scary movie by myself. I wouldn't even watch Scream.
You can watch Scream by yourself.
I wouldn't even watch Scream 2 by myself at this point.
You would.
Because of Smile. Now, like, I take scary movies.
You're traumatized again.
Yeah. Because here's my thing. Like, Scream 1, like, oh, it's not that scary. Like, oh, I could handle it. What if in Scream 2, they just take it to the next level and they catch you off guard? You're like, I'll pop some popcorn, watch the Scream shit. Like, I could handle the first one. And the next thing you know,
just Smile too.
Within the first 10 minutes, you're like, oh no, I can't do this. So no, I would never, ever, ever watch a scary movie by myself.
All right, what do you rate this movie out of 10? 9?
Yeah. For what it is, if we're going like pure like horror, like kind of like really like playing with the audience's mind, I think pretty much perfect. I'm really not giving it a 10 because nothing's perfect. But like off the top of my head, I really can't think of anything to complain about. But I'm sure you'll get something out of me.